With both running and climbing, you have to learn to overcome a certain amount of pain. You have to be able to push your body past the point where you think it's tired when it's done, when you need to quit. Because you can always go a lot further, it's just convincing your mind that you're capable of doing that. I used to really hate running, and as I've begun to travel more and more, I've realized how hard it is to train, to get into the gym, to do a bunch of laps all the time. And so I've had to supplement my training with things that are accessible. When I first started running about a year ago, I could only go for about 15 minutes, and after that my legs would be sore for days, my lungs burned. But as I've been practicing more and more and running about 3 days a week, it's come to the point where I'm not sore afterwards and I'm not really even tired. I'm not pushing myself to the point where I'm just exhausted after a run. It's more like an active recovery method. I'll definitely run while I'm working on a project. In those opening days and weeks when I'm trying to figure out a route, I'll go running after I'm done climbing, or on a rest day even. And then right before I start to give red point burns, I'll kind of taper off a little bit, go for shorter runs, less intense runs. For me, I think that running has really supplemented my training. I can really maintain my fitness, and when I come back to climbing, I don't feel like I've lost anything. It's nice not to get tired when hiking to the crag anymore. I remember years ago hiking to these same cliffs, and I would kind of just be suffering. And now I can just hike up and enjoy where I am, and that's really fun, to not be exhausted by the time I get to the wall, and then to be able to get on my project confidently and not be worked from the hike.
This is my favorite rock in the world because the whole wall looks like a map. There's Africa, there's South America.
The monastery is absolutely one of my favorite places in the world to climb. It's at pretty high altitude. It's at about 8,000 feet. You're in this really narrow corridor that frames Long's Peak. There's not many people up there, and you're just out there to play. Once I'm on a climb, I feel like the preparation I've been doing has helped my endurance, but also my power in an odd way, where my legs feel stronger, where I can really push, be more dynamic. I can recover a lot faster on the route when I'm tired, when I'm giving a big red point burn from the ground. My cardio preparation really comes into play when I'm on routes where there aren't great rests, where my body has to really recover in the moment. Breathing's always been a really important part of my climbing. It provides a distraction for me so that I'm not nervous about the moves that I'm working on. I'm just focusing on a really consistent breath pattern. I try and breathe really consistently, inhale through my nose, exhale through my mouth, and just stay calm. And that's something that I've really had to apply to running. There's so much cool stuff here that we often overlook because it's home, but running's really allowed me to kind of observe more of my environment, and I really enjoy that. Cross training obviously helps with physical strength, but I think it's just mentally refreshing too. And that's what I love about climbing, is that it allows me to escape and be in the mountains that I love. It allows me to just focus on the task at hand, and now that's what running is becoming.